In Upper Egypt, the vulture or eagle picture used to symbolize the goddess Nekhabete in the city of Nekhan, also known as Herankopolis, during pre-dynastic Egypt in 3200 BC, where King Narmer's palace was discovered. In Amharic, the word Nekhabete literally means come from first house or touched first house or come from rich. In Egyptian Arabic, eagle is al-Nisr, while a vulture is Rakhama. But in Amharic, an eagle is also Nisr without the prefix al, while a vulture is Tmbansa. But there is a mutual Amharic word for all birds of prey known as Amora. In hieroglyphics, when the hieroglyphics for Nekhabete is transliterated into Ethiopic alphabet, as per its similarity to the Egyptian hieroglyphics, it surprisingly seems to say Neha Beshete Amere, which literally gives a meaning of come first by fruit Amere or Amora, Noch by fruit Amere or Amora, or Kam Habeshete Amere or Amora. Could the biblical Nimrod, son of Cush, be the same person as King Narmer of Egypt? Because the transliterated hieroglyphics is talking about a fruit of Noch, Amere or Amora, or it is saying the Habeshete Amere or Amora came. The word Habesha is a collective name used by North Ethiopian tribes, while the word Amara or Amere is name of a Semitic tribe in North Ethiopia. Curiously, the Bible says that Nimrod went and ruled Shinar. In Amharic, Narmer literally means lived, ruled, or Kam Reme Re, while Shinar literally means 1000 Kamre or 1000 lived. Also, the word Shinar sounds similar to the transliterated Egyptian word Shinu, which is a cartouche that encircles ancient Egyptian king's name. In ancient Egypt, the eagle or vulture was considered as protector of the pharaoh. Her wings always appeared as a sign of protection. Also, the earliest surviving records of the Egyptian goddess Ma'at or Mayet during the Old Kingdom 2375 BC and 2345 BC is depicted as a woman with wings and a personification of truth and justice, daughter of the sun god Re. In Amharic, Ma'at means rage of God or many. Curiously, the Hebrew Bible, Book of Genesis, verse 120 to 21 says, when a person dies, his soul develops a wing to fly to God. Also, could there be a connection between the Ethiopian Amara tribe shoulder dance called skista with the motion of the flying of an eagle? Though some say the dance is to imitate the motion of a snake, in my opinion, the dance rather seems to imitate the motion of a flying bird. Scholars say the word Egypt came from a hieroglyphics for the city of Memphis, which is located in Lower Egypt and dated to be 2686 BC. They transliterated the hieroglyphics as Hawete Ka Ptah, which they say means home of the soul of Ptah. As we all know, Egypt is located in Africa, and the probability that the languages of ancient Egypt being related to the countries nearby is inevitable. Therefore, I will try to match up the Egyptian hieroglyphics to the one and only language of Africa, which has its own alphabet and writing systems. that is the Amharic or Ethiopic alphabet. We will also see if the resulting Amharic transliterated words give a coherent meanings. For the hieroglyphics Hawete Ka Ptah, I have matched the Amharic letter Ha with the raised up hand symbol. As you can see on the screen, it is similar to the symbol that scholars assigned the Latin letter K. Then let's transliterate the word Ptah. Curiously, the Latin letter P was created in 400 BC. Therefore, I won't be using the P letter for a hieroglyphics which was assumed to have been written in 2686 BC. Therefore, I will be using the letter F because the letter P was used to replace some of the sounds of the F letter of ancient texts. As per the Amharic alphabet, the word Ptah becomes Fataha, which gives a meaning of justice or absolution or anti or free. As you can see, the last symbol of the so-called word Ptah is a coiled rope or cord, which makes it fit with one of the resulting Amharic word Fataha. Next, the first three letters of the hieroglyphics Hawete, the first symbol, looks similar to the Amharic letter K when seen from the opposite side of the symbol. And the third symbol looks like the Amharic letter B. Therefore, the first part of the hieroglyphics becomes Kataba instead of Hawete, which means to write. In total, the resulting Amharic words say Kataba ha Fataha, which means write first justice, or write first free, or inserted by absolution, or write first absolution. Next, we are seeing the cartouche of Merenaptah's birth name, the fourth pharaoh of the 19th dynasty of Egypt, who reigned in Upper Egypt in 1213 BC. Notice the cartouche. It is enclosed in an encircling symbol. Now you are seeing the cartouche of Merenaptah's throne name. Look how the enclosure, the encircling cartouche is divided or separated into two parts. Next is the cartouche of Pharaoh Osokron III, birth name, who was of the 23rd dynasty and reigned in Upper Egypt in 790 BC. Notice the cartouche is enclosed in an encircling symbol, and then see the cartouche of his throne name with a separator or divided enclosure or cartouche. Now we are seeing the cartouches of the so-called Kushite kings of Nubia and Upper Egypt, as scholar says, of King Alara and King Kashta. But when the hieroglyphics are transliterated into Amharic, then their names becomes as Yeleleye. That is, King Alara become King Yeleleye, and King Kashta becomes King Hashete, who were the progenitors of the 25th dynasty of Egypt, but did not rule Egypt. Rather, they were kings of Nubia. But notice that King Osokron III of the 23rd dynasty and King Alara or Yeleleye of the so-called Kushites reigned at a similar time period of 790 BC. and both the cartouches of their throne names are separated or divided, showing that most probably Egypt was separated into Lower and Upper Egypt during their rule. Lastly, I am showing the cartouche of Pharaoh Shabaka of the 25th dynasty, who reigned in 705 BC in Upper Egypt, who is also considered to be the Kushite king. When the hieroglyphics is transliterated into Amharic, the pharaoh's name reads as Shebeha, which seems to be similar to the biblical name Sheba, as in the Queen of Sheba. Curiously, all the hieroglyphics and the cartouche symbols look so similar to the Amharic letters. The first symbol inside the cartouche is similar to the current-day Amharic letter S, but in ancient time it represented the sh sound, as the current Amharic sh sound was used only to represent the right side of the cartouche symbol. Therefore, today, all the symbols you see of the hieroglyphics and the separated cartouche, except the bull sign, are used as letters in the Amharic or Ethiopic alphabet. Finally, look at the undivided and divided cartouches and the Amharic letters of B and Sh, and see their similarities. It seems some of the ancient Egyptian kings and the so-called Kushite kings were most probably Ethiopians, and the people of ancient Egypt spoke Amharic, or at least they spoke a Semitic language. It also seems the so-called Kushite kings were calling themselves Sheba, not Kush. Therefore, scholars should respect that and call them the Sheba kings instead of the Kushite kings. Please comment, subscribe, and put the notification button and like. Thank you.